This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. The Knicks have made a decision, and they bring back one of their own. Let's analyze. So, going into the offseason, the Knicks had some questions. You know, who's going to be back on this team? You know, they brought in Jordan Clarkson, who you heard rumors about him for a while. You know, the Knicks are really interested in Jordan Clarkson, but yet we knew that Crooked Ainge, Danny Ainge, is, and I say that playfully, is a guy who's very difficult to deal with when it comes to the trades. So much so that when the Lakers were doing the Luka trade, they kind of didn't tell him that it was part of the Luka trade because they know how Danny Ainge operates, and they ended up buying out Jordan Clarkson. He ended up going to the Knicks for nothing. They didn't have to give anything up. They got Yabusele from Philly, who's balling out in Eurobasket. And very intriguing. I was a big fan of one Precious Achiuwa, but Yabusele is just night and day. And it looks like. And once I heard, by the way, that Precious bought a house in Miami, the team that originally drafted him, I'm like, yeah, they're working on something out. It's a matter of time that he ends up there, and good for him. You know what, Precious Achiuwa, once a Knick, always a Knick. I hope he gets him a bag out there, and everything works out for him. What is he, 25 years young, or he's got a birthday coming up in a few days. So Precious is 25. But anyway, the Knicks have gone out of their the Knicks did their due diligence. Yeah, they did. The Knicks have done their due diligence, and I thought you heard that they were looking at Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, I don't know what's up with him, but he didn't want to take the Knicks deal. And if you are, it's you've got to feel some kind of way, right? Precious is, by the way, going to be 26 September 19th. But Ben Simmons, who's had his issues, his agent cut ties with him, so I don't know what's going to happen with him. Is he going to go join Cam Reddish where did Cam Reddish end up? Lithuania? The other day I saw he's out the NBA, and I hope Cam can figure his basketball career out. Not to say that, going abroad, guys still get money. It's rumored that people were saying that maybe that's what Westbrook is going to end up doing. The Knicks looked into Westbrook as well. But I thought all along, I said, you know what? It's going to come down to two guys. I said it's going to come down to Malcolm Brogdon, who I believe is a guy that, I thought he would be high on the Knicks' radar, and he was. But you're looking now, and it looks like the Knicks are going to go, it looks like the Knicks are going to go in-house, but you never know. It looks like they are going to rock out with Deuce McBrizzle and see what happens, and they've brought back one. Let's see, actually. Do the Knicks have any other here's the deal. Deuce McBride to me is a solid guard, but I don't consider Deuce McBride a point guard. I really don't. Tyler Kolek, he didn't really impress me per se in the summer league, but his agent and Tyler Kolek, they're like, in my mind, I'm like, maybe he doesn't have when he, sometimes you play better when you have better talent around you. So it's simple seed. Maybe it's possible. Maybe that's what the Knicks are thinking. But clearly, I'm like, you know what? It's going to come down to Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet, the guy who I wanted Thomas Thibodeau to play, and he didn't do it. Landry Shamet, who shot this past season 46.1% from the field. I was surprised at this, by the way. His free throw percentage was 66.7. I guess, you don't really get, acclimated and you don't really play, so all of that is affected. But he shot almost 40% from three, 39.7. So I think he's going to be an integral part to this Knicks offense, and when he gets time, I think he will be in the lineup. I think he plays great defense. He can shoot. And I think Tom Thibodeau, a big reason why the Knicks did not beat Indiana is because he refused to play his bench. Guys like Landry Shamet. He played DeLon Wright too late. I wish, by the way, the Knicks could have kept everyone. I really, really wish they could have kept a DeLon Wright as well. And I'm sure the Knicks have these guys on the in the Rolodex. I almost said Alfred Payton campaign. I think guys like campaign and all will be, and DeLon Wright will be guys like break glass. Like if, God forbid, somebody gets hurt, I think the Knicks will, call them if these guys are not on teams at some point during the season or before camp starts, which is only a few days away. Camp is about, 13 days away now? The 24th? Insane, y'all. Insane that it's right around the corner. So, how do you guys feel? Landry Shamet, a three-point shooter, a defensive player, another quote-unquote guard wing. You can never have enough wings with this NBA, especially the way it's being played now. And you saw that the Knicks were also looking at, they also just signed St. Joe's coach, who's going to be part of their to develop the young guys, Billy Lang. So, look, we'll see. But the Knicks are definitely always thinking ahead, always thinking about development. I think this guy, a Dink Pate, that's, this is a guy, and the young guys that they have, they're going to be working with him. So it's going to be very interesting to what the Knicks do. But they've made a decision. Landry Shamet is here. How do you guys feel about that? Did you want somebody else? Let me know in the comments. Also, this Kawhi Leonard thing, by the way, the Clippers reportedly sent $2 million to a now bankrupt company that gave, this is per ESPN, Kawhi Leonard an endorsement deal for a no-show job less than 10 days before he was paid almost $2 million. This is getting real messy for Kawhi Leonard and company and the Clippers. And look, yours truly, I've told you, I am not a fan of this new CBA. This new CBA, unfortunately, because of it, the Knicks were not able to keep Hartenstein. The Knicks were not able to, do certain things. So and now they supposedly, this gentleman has also, Pablo Torre is supposedly also, they were looking into the Brunson deal to see if there was some under the table stuff going on. This is all bad. And Kawhi Leonard, to me, I'm a huge Kawhi Leonard fan, and I hope, this is not, when I saw this a few days ago that this was possibly what was going on with the Clippers, I'm like, I hope Kawhi Leonard doesn't find himself entangled in this mess and stuff. But it's looking like it is a possibility. But so, guys, the Kawhi stuff, the Landry Shamet stuff, let me know in the comments how you feel. Now it's that time. Congratulations goes out to one Aaron Judge who ties Joe DiMaggio for 4th all-time on the Yankees home run list. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Folks, I am on most social media platforms at SamIAnalyze. Please like, share, subscribe, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.